Trev, Liverpool are still bang at it last weekend, whereas Real Madrid have had it easy 3 weeks ago or something like that since they won the league in Spain. Will that give them an advantage, or would you rather go in battle-hardened?
I think there's an argument for both. I think sometimes when you've had a little bit of a break, you can come back in and be a bit lethargic and sluggish. But other times, because it's been a tough season, obviously done well in the league, it can be a nice rest, especially if you tend in a few injuries that you want to just get right. And also, I think the experience that the manager's got, he'll want to keep him tip-top condition. So it might work in Real Madrid's favour, where if they do a lot of physical work, like a lot of strength and conditioning, get themselves really tip-top condition for the final, then it could work for
Where's the game
them.
going to be won? Is midfield the battle, or is it wide, or is it quite simply Van Dijk? Can he look after Benzema?
Well, I think Vinicius, obviously, he's got unbelievable pace. So that's going to be a tough task for Trent Alexander-Arnold. So that's a duel that I'm going to look at and think, if he can win that battle and just subdue him a little bit down that left-hand side for Real Madrid, I think that'll be key. But obviously, Modric on the ball. If you let him get the ball and have time on his hands, you know that Benzema's going to be making the movement. And that's a combination we've seen so many times for Real Madrid. So I think you stop it at source, but also the two central defenders, whoever that's going to be. Is it going to be Matip? Is it going to be Konate with Virgil van Dijk? Them two have got to be switched on, communicating. They've got to know. He looks like he's not bothered half the time. You look at him and his body language, a little bit like Messi when he was in his pomp. 1 minute you see him walking around, next minute get the ball and come alive. Benzema's exactly the same. They've got these little patterns of play and passages of play that they understand really well. And if the ball's on his Modric's right foot there and he's not even looking, he'll put it in blind because he knows Benzema's going to be. So they've got to be aware of that. But listen, Klopp will be telling the boys that. But if you can, get pressure on the ball, get the midfield nice and tight anytime the ball goes to anywhere near Benzema, because he's their talisman. He makes things happen for Real Madrid.
15 goals. It's unbelievable. I think Thiago's going to be interesting as well, Trev, if he's fit.
Yeah, I think
that'd be a big
looks
plus
like
point for
absolutely.
Liverpool. Because he's passing ability. You mentioned Modric. I think Thiago's passing ability as well.
Incredible.
So, and
I think the game against Manchester United, I mean, he just looked like he was having the time of his life. He was sharp. He was toying with money.
Yeah.
He was so good. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans, he's probably one of their favourite players
when you
now.
look at it, you look at the front three for Real Madrid, a different class. But I think I'd rather have Liverpool still.
100%. And
Salah,
you don't know. Well,
Diaz,
you got three
Mane.
or five, haven't you? You got 3 or 5. You know, with Firmino, is he going to play? Is Jota going to play?
Yeah.
But Diaz is coming. He's been a breath of fresh air. He's been absolutely superb. His first touch in, I think it was a semi-final when he came on against Manchester City. Not Manchester. Yeah, Manchester City, and he controlled it with the outside. It was just, I mean, to have that kind of confidence.
Again, you look at the recruitment we mentioned there earlier. You know, Mane when he got him from Southampton, Jota from Wolves, how they've improved. Diaz now, you know, their recruitment has been so good. Liverpool.
Yeah, it's been outstanding. I mean, it's
probably the best, if I'm being honest. With the top clubs,
I think you're very similar to Manchester City. I think they've both got a lot of transfers right. Yeah, the players that have come in, like you look at Rodri from Manchester City. He came in, he looked a little bit like he might struggle with the intensity, might struggle with the pace of the game. This season he's been unbelievable. Probably one of Manchester City's best players, consistently wise. Scored key goals, made goal-scoring saves on the line. So, the recruitment, I think both Liverpool and
Where do they
Manchester
strengthen
City
next year?
Well,
they don't stand still. Liverpool, Man City. Will it be midfield?
I think
Fernandinho when he's leaving?
I think for both teams.
Yeah, but what if Mane and Salah? What if they get beat? What if Real Madrid beat them and Mane and Salah decide to leave?
No, they're staying now.
They're definitely staying.
Yeah,
well, Salah's come out and said he's staying.
Salah said he's staying.
Yeah,
Mane's not. Mane's left a little question mark. He said, I'll let you know after the Champions League final. I think he's probably, for me, more important, because it's all right saying, look at the goal ratio that Salah gets, but look at the work ethic of Mane and what he brings to that Liverpool side.
He's tough as well, isn't he?
Hard as nails.
I think he'd definitely stay, Mane.
But the 30 and 31.
Yeah, but let's not forget, you brought Diaz in. He's been absolutely brilliant. You just brought the boy from Fulham, Carvalho, in. He looks like he's good. Again, he might take a little bit of time to get used to the way that Klopp wants him to play. But what he's done at Fulham, I think Fulham fans are gutted that he's left. But he did an absolutely amazing job. I've seen him play against Manchester City in one of the cup competitions early in the season. I think he scored, had a really good opportunities. But I thought he looks like a really good 19 years old. So again, the recruitment, Liverpool, different class.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.